Hey, Coventry, good afternoon. Come on, good afternoon, Coventry. Listen, I want you to say this with me. Get your knee off my neck. Come on. Get your knee off my neck. Get your, come on, man, off my neck. Get your knee off my neck. Hang on. No, we've had the practice now. Right? We've had the practice now. So we're going to say it 9 times. And we're going to say it quick. And we're going to say it with vigor. And we're going to say it like we mean it. Right, let's go. Get your knee off my neck. 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 Give yourself a big cheer. Just imagine if that police officer had taken his knee off George Floyd's neck when he said he could not breathe. For far too long, this racist system has had its knee on our neck. And it's time now for us to ease those knees off our neck.
That's right.
It's time now that we send a clear message. No more under oppression. We built this country. Since Windrush, we've rebuilt this country. And still, this country does not respect us as black people. Woo! But that respect starts at home, right? We gotta love one another, we gotta respect one another, and we gotta stand firm with one another. Because once we stand firm, no one can touch us. We've already been there, we've already done it. My God, how much more do they want to throw at us? When our parents came here on the 22nd of June 1948, your grandparents, your great-grandparents, they thought they were going to the land of milk and honey, the promised land. What happened? They walked into this baptism of fire called racism. They walked into no blacks, no Irish, no dogs. Right? They came along, we came along as children. We had to grow up with a black and white minstrel show. We had to grow up with people making monkey sounds at us, chucking banana skins at us.
Yes.
What do? We just remain silent. Yes. Few times in history we've risen up and said enough is enough. But do you know what? This time, let us be serious that enough is enough. Say it with me. Enough is enough. Say it over there. Enough is enough. Say it all together. Enough is enough. So on top of all of that, they give us the Windrush scandal. They start telling British people who were born in colonized islands that you're not British.
That's right.
My parents came here with British passports. I'm sure if we got some elders here, some of them came here with British passports. Right. Children came here, children of the Windrush generation came here. They told them, you gotta go home, you're illegal immigrants. Even people right here in Coventry. Then we get COVID-19 come along, and it starts killing black people at such a level. It's unbelievable. Right? And then during COVID-19, do you know what they do? The police, West Midlands police, start beating up black boys, particularly in Birmingham. We got 6 IOPC investigations. And man, just imagine you come out of your house, you hear bang, a car crash, right? And you hear that car crash, you go down the road to have a look. A policeman runs over you with his taser drawn, and he just fires the taser at you. And the first time he tells you anything about taser is after he's fired it in your neck and it almost kills you. But one of the things we have to wake up to is that we must value our own black community's lives here, right here in the UK.
That's right.
Right now I'm dealing with a death in custody in Torquay. A man called Simeon Francis. He comes from Kingshurst. Say his name.
Simeon Francis.
Say his name.
Simeon Francis.
Say his name.
Simeon Francis.
And you know what? Remember that name. It's in the news right now. It's not a George Floyd level, but this man died in a police cell in Torquay police station. And he was a black man.
Yes.
People, we have to stand up for our own community right here in Coventry, in the West Midlands,
yes,
in the United Kingdom. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? That's what we got to do. America will take care of America. Let us bring break down the wall of fear, which has been holding us back for many years. Let us break down the walls of disunity, which is killing us. Let us break down the violence that we've been taught to subject each other to. We matter. We matter. Right, we're going to say it all together now, 7 times. 1. We matter. 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 Windrush lives matter. COVID-19 lives matter. Black lives matter. God bless you, because I could go and remember our bishop, so I can go on for hours. All right, listen. Listen, on a serious note, listen, time people to mobilize. Time to grab hold of this system. Time to tailor-make this system. I'm getting on. My beard's getting grayer because of COVID-19. Right? So you know what? Let's link arms together. Let's walk together. Let's show people what love is really about. God bless you and have a wonderful rally. Thank you.
You're weak, you're weak, you're weak, you're weak. Power fists in the air! Power fists in the air, everyone! No justice! No peace! 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 Okay, as you can hear, I'm losing my voice. I'm fresh off the motorway from Birmingham yesterday with blaze of fire in Birmingham City yesterday.
Big fire. Yeah.
2,000 at least in Birmingham yesterday.
Yeah.
Don't believe the media hype about a few hundred.
No.
Don't believe the media hype about 500.
No.
We had 2,000 plus. We came out at 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
And we left the West Midlands Police headquarters at 9 o'clock last night.
Yes.
Now, you heard from my good colleague, Desmond Jadu. He's the chairman of the Windrush Movement UK. I'm the general secretary of the Windrush Movement UK. I'm also one of the founders of the Justice for Kingsley Barrell campaign over in Birmingham, one of the most fierce campaigns in this country. We take on the establishment, we go head to head. It will be 10 years we've been fighting for the family of Kingsley Barrell. And let me tell you, 5 years it took us just to get the police officers arrested. 5 years. It took us 8 years just to sack one of the officers. 8 years. Now, if this is me and you, these things are done within hours or days to show you the police privilege we have. But I've come to you today to really talk about uniting the movements. All of the movements across the Midlands, we are having conversations with all the organisers. We are calling a meeting for all the organisers across the West Midlands, Birmingham, Wolverhampton, Coventry, Nuneaton, Solihull, Rugby, all across the Midlands and across Warwickshire. We want all the organisers. Many of them have been arranging their first march in their life, their first protest in their life. We are calling a meeting on the 1st of July, a Zoom meeting online. We want you all to attend and represent your various towns and cities. We are going to unite this fight and fight as one unit. The whole of the West Midlands and the whole of Warwickshire as one movement.
That's right.
Look out for the details online. You will see them on Black Conscious Coventry. You'll see them on Justice or Else UK. You will see the details on my own Facebook, Charlie Williams. You'll find details there. Now, there's a problem in Coventry.
Yeah. Talk about it.
There's a problem in Coventry. By the way, I was born in Coventry. I've been living in Birmingham 30 years now. And I remember the days as a youth in Coventry being run down by big, bulky, white men running me down purely because the colour of my skin.
Talk about it.
And the problem is, these big white men had kids.
That's right.
These big white men had kids.
That's right.
And they're here with us today. Now, you all seen the video. You all seen the video
Sorry.
of the two young men being attacked by some thugs. Did you all see the video? Put your hands up if you've seen the video. Yeah? I seen that video too. And that video upset my soul so much that I didn't sleep that night. So rather than go to sleep that night, I went to work. And I called upon all of my contacts across Coventry and the whole of the Midlands. And I said, these effers are not getting away with that shit. These cowards are not getting away with that shit. Let me tell you. So what I done, I put a call out to all of my contacts. And there's a few in this crowd right now. My inbox was full of messages. Identify these cowards.
Yeah.
Send me the names of these cowards. Send me the names and photos of these cowards. And any one of you who's on my Facebook, Charlie Williams, will know the result of that. We identified 10 of the cowards. We identified 10 of them, name and photo. And we even identified some of the places where they worked. We are not playing, let me tell you. And what's been going on across the Midlands is some of these far-right thugs are starting to intimidate a few of our Black Lives protests and marches. What they're doing, places like Nuneaton, we had some intimidation over in Nuneaton, and a few other of the smaller towns. And let me tell you, we are not having it. As I said, many of these organisers, it's their first march. But let me tell you, we are going to unite the fight across the Midlands, across Warwickshire. We're uniting the fight. So when they call a protest in Nuneaton, the whole of West Midlands, the whole of Warwickshire, we all go there. When they call a march in Coventry, we want the whole of the West Midlands to come there. We move as one. We are brothers and sisters. We move as one. And this is the very reason we are calling the Zoom meeting the 1st of July. We're contacting all the organisers. Do not be afraid to come forward. I don't care if it's your first march. I don't care. I am here to support you. I am here to give you the knowledge. I am here to give you the equipment and send you forward. But guess what? You will have the backup of the whole of the West Midlands. And when we march, we will march with power, real power. We won't get rid of these little thugs on the sidelines trying to intimidate. They will have no home at all. No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace!
Now listen, as my colleague said, Desmond Jadu, we've launched this campaign that we matter. The reason we marched in Birmingham yesterday, we marched for 3 reasons. COVID-19, that's killing us, killing off black and brown communities. Police brutality, that's been killing us for decades.
That's right.
And also, what's the third one? Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. We matter. This movement is not going nowhere. We are building this movement, and every one of you is important. Let me tell you, especially the younger generation here today, we are pushing you forward. We are pushing every one of you forward. We are not here to take over the show. We are pushing you forward, equipped and ready to go. No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace!
Now what brought you all out in your hundreds and thousands the last few days? Say his name!
George Floyd!
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 Pass this up in the air. Pass this in the air. Say his name!
George Floyd!
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 Now the next thing, yesterday, as you know, we've got a few police officers here, just like we did in Birmingham yesterday. But what I want you to know, before you engage with any police officer, when you're doing these marches, protests, before you engage with any of them, you damn well tell them to get on their knees.
Yes!
I had a conversation. They come up to you, yeah, well, okay, Charlie, so yeah, this is the plan for today, and could you just let me know what's the schedule? No. No. Stop. 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 I ain't saying shit to you till you get down on your knees and show some damn respect. You will see the photo across social media soon. It's probably all out there already. We had all the media there, Sky News, BBC, Channel 4, they was all there. You'll soon see the photos of me and the officers kneeling down. So I'm telling all the organisers today, before you engage with any officer, you damn well tell them to get down on your knees and show respect for our dead. Show respect. No justice.
No peace!
No justice.
No peace!
No justice.
No peace!
No justice.
No peace!
So listen, this is the standard procedure. If they don't get down on their knees, you do not engage with them whatsoever. No justice.
No peace!
No justice.
No peace!
No justice.
No peace!
Now, finally, Wolverhampton have a march on the Sunday, the 28th of June. Yeah, Sunday the 28th of June, 3 o'clock, I believe. Now, as I said in Birmingham, I told Birmingham to come here today, and I'm going to tell Coventry to come to Wolverhampton the 28th of June. We are one family. We need you all to support Wolverhampton. We're moving as one unit. The whole of the West Midlands, the whole of Warwickshire, we want you all there to support. We're one family. No justice! No justice! No justice! Who are the murderers? 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 What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? 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 When? 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 No justice.
Yo.
I love it. It stopped raining just as I got on here. here because it knew that I just couldn't do technology and rain. It's so much pressure to go last, but thank you for holding on, and I won't take up too much of your time, I hope. So firstly, thank you to everyone for coming out today. This is the third demonstration we've seen in Coventry in a short span of time, and that shows the dedication and the fight for anti-racism is alive and well in this city. I'd like to begin by marking World Refugee Day because it's really important that we remember our common humanity with those who flee war, who flee persecution, who flee poverty, and they are owed our love and solidarity. We can't forget the thousands who have drowned in the Mediterranean, locked out by Fortress Europe and treated with inhumanity. And we must remember that in our fight for social justice, our enemy travels by private jet, not migrant dinghy. So firstly, I will give my solidarity to everyone seeking refuge in Coventry, in this country and in the world. And amazing thanks to Coventry's amazing organisations like CARAG who do so much to support asylum seekers and refugees. Now, in recent weeks, anyone who might be working for me or working in Parliament will tell you that our inboxes have been flooded, and I have been overwhelmed with how many constituents have been in touch about Black Lives Matter, about systemic racism, about the need to drastically reform our curriculum, and I've had more emails on this than anything else since I've been elected, so that tells you something. It tells you that this city will not stand when there is injustice anywhere. It tells me that Coventry's anti-racist traditions are alive, they're strong, and they are pumping out loud. The incident in the city centre last week showed how important these traditions really are. And while the full details aren't clear and an investigation is underway, so I don't want to jeopardize that or anything, what is clear is that black people were racially abused in the city centre, and that is categorically unacceptable. It is unacceptable in Coventry, in the UK, anywhere, for people to feel emboldened to use racist, disgusting language, and let's leave no room for doubt that racism has no place in this city.
That's right! That's right!
We're all here today to stand in solidarity with George Floyd's family, his community, and the Black Lives Matter movement in the US. We share their anger at George's lynching and the horror at the ongoing, unrelenting police violence that black Americans are subject to. It is scandalous that the leading cause of death for young black Americans is at the hands of the police. So we send a message of solidarity to those who have taken to the streets, those who have demanded that no justice, no peace. We have a duty equally in this country to stand up, because racial injustice is here as well, because police violence is here as well. Darren Cumberbatch, say his name.
Darren Cumberbatch.
Sean Fitzgerald, say his name.
Sean Fitzgerald.
Darlene Atkinson, say his name.
Darlene Atkinson.
Mikey Powell, say his name.
Mikey Powell.
Kingsley Burrell, say his name.
Kingsley Burrell.
Trevor Smith, say his name.
Trevor Smith.
Dimitri Fraser, say his name.
Dimitri Fraser.
Let's say these names, let's remember these names, and let's keep them at the forefront of our minds when we're challenging racism and police violence. It always staggers me that this statistic is still true today, as it has been for all the years that I've been campaigning on this issue, that since 1990, I've not been campaigning since 1990, but since 1990, there have been 1,741 deaths in police custody, and not a single prosecution of a police officer for those deaths. That is shameful. But it's not just police violence we must speak up against. It's all areas of society. It's systemic. From the Windrush scandal, where black and brown Britons were detained, deported, and denied of their rights, and even now, only 60 victims of the scandal have been paid compensation, to the Grenfell fire tragedy, where the fears of an overwhelmingly black, brown, migrant community were fatally ignored by the authorities that were meant to protect them and represent them, and where justice is still not done. Survivors from Grenfell are still living in temporary accommodation, and no one, not an authority, not a corporation, has been brought to justice for their death. And when it comes to COVID-19, let us remember that because of higher rates of poverty, because of overcrowded housing, because they're more likely to work on frontline jobs in precarious work, at the heart of the crisis, black and brown people are dying at a much higher rate. So, whether beaten in police cells, brutalized in immigration detention centres, or battered by grinding poverty, these are systemic injustices that we must all fight together. In America, it's only because protesters have taken to the streets, have demanded justice, that guilty police officers have been arrested, and it's only because of them that police reform is on the agenda. It's only because protesters took matters in their own hands in Bristol, pulling down the racist murderer, Edward Colston.
Yes!
That other statues are very quickly coming down. Other statues that glorify Britain's racist colonial past, and we're talking about this history that often gets so ignored. These are important reminders, and I mention them because it's a reminder that our rights have never historically been handed to us.
Right.
Justice isn't just given to us.
Right.
We have to demand it, we have to stand up, we have to speak up, and we have to do this together.
That's right.
Black, brown, white, Christian, Jewish, Muslim, people of no faith, and people who are gay, people who are straight, trans, cis, men and women. All of us coming together is the only way social justice can be won. It's the unity of working people that we need to build. And that's what I'm fighting for you in Parliament, and I will continue to fight for you in our streets, in our communities.
Why the police leading?
Make sure you lead it, bro.
Who are the murderers? Who are the murderers? Who are the murderers?
Police are the murderers.
George Floyd! George Floyd!
George Floyd!
George Floyd!
George Floyd!
Nah, you know what?
George Floyd! George Floyd! George Floyd! George Floyd! George Floyd! Black lives matter! Black lives matter! Black lives matter! Black lives matter! No justice! No peace! No racism! Police! No justice! No peace! No racism! Police! No justice! No peace! No racism! Police!
No justice! No peace! No racists! Police! No justice! No peace! No racists! Police! No justice! No peace! No racists! Police! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! 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 When? Now! When? Now! When? Now! When? Now! When? Now! When? Now! No justice! No peace!
What do we want? Now! What do we want? Justice! What do we want? Now! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! Who killed George Floyd? Police killed George Floyd!
Who killed George Floyd?
Police killed George Floyd!
Who killed George Floyd?
Police killed George Floyd!
Who killed George Floyd?
Police killed George Floyd!
Say his name!
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 George Floyd!
Darren Cumberbatch died at the hands of the police. Say his name! 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 George Floyd! Everybody, put your power fists in the air. Remember, this is a moment of solidarity. We're anti-racist in Coventry. Yeah? Let's just one knee in support. Let's remember him. George Floyd.
Darren Cumberbatch.
Darren Cumberbatch. Sean Fitzgerald.
Breonna Taylor!
Breonna Taylor.
Shukri Abdi.
Shukri Abdi.
Order.
Sarah Bland!
Sally Majinga.
Breonna Taylor.
Sarah Reid. Sarah Reid.
Sarah Reid!
Kingsley Burrell.
Stephen Lawrence.
Mark Duggan! Tamir Rice! Tamir Rice!
Tamir Rice.
The fact that we have to say these many names.
To the angels above us!
No justice. 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 Darren Cumberbatch. 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 No justice. No justice. No justice. No peace. 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 When do we want it? Now. When? 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 Now. No justice. No peace. Come and do your thing, guys.
It's a cold ass world that we live in. Just last year life was chilling, Corbin in Belgium, Lille in Paris. Now I'm locked down in Britain. I can't survive on grants and loans. How many times will they cancel shows? Shut down, it's closed.
He's trying to say he has no opinion. That's just what he's trying to say.
Got my son, but still marching. Like society members.
No justice! No justice! No justice! No peace! Man,
That's why my sports gonna be ready. That's why when I'm moving, I keep steady.
Big up this guy. Yeah. They will do it. Yeah? So, you see how we're all grouped up? We're in a pandemic, innit? So we got a space out little piece. We're in a park. So let's use the space. Now, what we're gonna do now, we're gonna go back to town and we're gonna make our voices loud again. No justice! No peace! No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace!
No justice! No peace! No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace!
Come on, man, let's walk out.
When women come to police officers and say they have been raped, they turn a blind eye. This is the same system. It's the same system that we are fighting against. When women say they have been abused by their husband, it's still the same system that protects them. When I go to the doctor and I say that my stomach hurts, it is the same system that tells me I am over dramatic. It is the same system that tells me I am pretending. It is the same system when I go to my teacher and I say, this person has been racist to me. It is the same system that protects that student. It is the same system that we will call monkeys. It's the same system. It is the same system that we are fighting for. It is not just now. It is in healthcare. It is in education. It is in housing. It is in banking. We want justice. Not for police brutality, but for everything wrong against us. Listen, and I'm so sorry. I do not want to see any police ops. I don't want to see any campaign pictures for the police, Coventry police. I don't care about all the standing with police. They're the same system that if we take pictures with them, they're not our friends. They're not our friends. Listen, if we're being real, how many times have your house been broken into? How many times your bike's been stolen? And the police say, oh, we don't know, we can't help you. How many times have you called the police? How many times have you called the police and they come 3 hours later? How many times?
they're not here to protect themselves.
They're not here.
They're not here to protect themselves. They're here to control the main.
They don't
Remember
care.
that.
That's
They're only
why.
here to
They don't
control them.
care.
I don't care.
No more pictures, no more sorry, no more please and fucking thank you. I am done.
Yo, fuck them. They're not here to protect themselves. They're here to control the main ones. Listen, fuck them, bro. Yo, you don't just see with your own eyes, yeah? Everyone here just see with his own eyes. We're trying about taking a knee. He's on about I have no opinion. That's bullshit. He's clearly racist.
Yeah, 100.
Listen,
100.
you lot. Listen, you lot. Police, yeah, are supposed to be the best of us. You get what I mean? You see some nurses that go to hospitals, they get spat at, they get fucking hit. They don't react. But why do police react? They're supposed to be the best of us. They're supposed to be like up here. Do you get what I mean? But that dickhead's talking about he's got no opinion. Listen.
I need to listen. Before we get too irate now, yeah? Them police, they went down underneath us. The system is oppressing us. If the individuals, never mind if it's just two of them, we are here to protest the system. I'm not here to see any black youths get into trouble because we're going to try and antagonize them. Yeah? Let's make sure that the message is pure. We're not trying to water it down. Let's make sure that the message is pure. We're here to protest George Floyd's death. We're here to protest Derek Cumberbatch's death.
Tell them as well, it's both ways, not just us. Tell them as well.
Tell them too, obviously he disrespected us. He disrespected us.
Let's go, come on.
Right, let's march out. What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? Black Lives Matter! 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 No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice!
Make some noise! Yes, my brother. Yes, my brother. Let's go.
I can't breathe! 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 Say his name! George Floyd! Say his name! George Floyd! Say his name! George Floyd! Say his name! 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 George Floyd! Say his name! George Floyd! Derek Cumberbatch! 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 I can't breathe! I can't breathe! I can't breathe! I can't breathe! Police! So racist! 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 Police! No 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 racist! Police! Say his name! George Floyd! 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 I can't breathe! 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 Say his name! George Floyd! Derek Cumberbatch! George Floyd!
George Floyd!
Right to say that. Sandra Bland! Sandra Bland! Orlando Castillo! Eric Garner! Why is there so many names? Why is there so many names? No justice! Why is there so many names? No justice! No racist! Police! 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 Yo!
No justice.
No peace! No racist! Police! Yo! Coventry! Round of applause for all of you guys coming out. On behalf of all of the speakers, John Williams, Jerome Prescott, Derek, Desmond Jadu, Zara, Bobby, Chad, everybody that's involved. I've said it, Jerome, yeah. Thank you for coming. Coventry is an anti-racist city. Let's scream about that. No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No racist! Police! Any protests, anything, get in contact. Woo! Bless, thank you. Make sure you're here next week. The protest continues. West Midlands Revolution. They're doing their thing next week, so make sure you support them. Give them a round of applause. Listen, make sure you follow Black Conscious Coventry. All the details of their march will be with us. Yeah? All I want to say is I'm so proud of our city. So proud of our city. This is the third march we've done. More to come. We have to have action next. Action. Action. Yeah? We need to make sure there's legislation in place going forward that protects us. We need some sort of monument to us in this city. Yeah? Something that represents us, something that represents this moment here. Woo! When we all stood together and we said, no racism. No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No racist.
Police.
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 All right, brother. Yes.
Everyone, call your friends, tell your uncles, your aunties, everyone. I promise you, there'll be no justice, no peace. I promise you Saturday.
The far right are trying to take us out in the smaller communities in your Nuneatons and Coventry. And we are not having it. We are not having it. You understand me? We are going to support our brothers and sisters in Coventry, in Nuneaton, in Wolverhampton, and anywhere across the West Midlands. Whenever they call a march, I want all of us to go there in support. We are one.